My name is Chris Hodgkinson. I'm the safety manager for Nova Group here at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, Nevada. We all know the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, we're going to break that rule and share with you our latest innovation. Okay, here it is, the personal cooling system. We developed this actually for our welders out here. Those guys are in small confined tents. They get very limited airflow, plus they're wearing multiple layers of FR garments to keep themselves protected. The main concern is their body wasn't allowed to use any kind of sweat evaporation to protect themselves. So we came up with this. Really, it's quite simple. We just take a small electric air compressor. We made sure we had something that runs off all the same power he had with them, so we didn't have to have any additions to their operation. Take compressed air through this jug. Inside here we have 20 feet of copper tubing. Fill this thing full of ice. That's actually what cools the air down. Run it through this black tube. This is usually routed inside the welding tent. And then we put a pressure relief valve on an adjustable belt for the welder. From there, we just took this small 3/4 inch tube, drilled a bunch of holes into it, and the welder just wears that under his FR. With that valve, this whole system builds up a little bit of PSI and then releases it. So the welder actually gets small bursts of cool air. With that movement, it really increases his sweat evaporation, and it keeps him cool and really just keeps him motivated through these hot summer days. Okay, well that was the personal cooling system. As you saw in the video, we're just looking for something small, compact that can go in the welder's tent, go down the pipeline with them. Now let's see the setup and it in action. Alright, so how was it?
It's great. I really like it working on the heat. It helps me a lot, keeps me cool, and it doesn't slow me at all.
Well, there you go. That was the system in action. This summer out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we experienced 45 consecutive days with temperatures over 100 degrees, finally peaking at 115. Fortunately though, we already had this system deployed. Now, with that being said, this system alone will not eliminate heat illness, but it did provide us an additional tool to fight against it. Now, before we developed this, we did look for alternatives, but it always came down to cost or mobility. Now with this system, when it comes to mobility, it just hangs out in the welding tent and moves down the pipeline with the guys. In addition, these quick disconnect fittings and that adjustable belt the welder wears, he just plugs himself in and he's good to go. Now when it comes to cost, we put this system together for $200. Searching online for alternatives, we were able to develop this for 4 times cheaper than what the market provided. Also, it gave us an opportunity to develop this system to best suit our needs. Now to do that, we spoke with the welder himself, pipeline superintendent, pipeline foreman, and they helped us with the parameters that they wanted us to design in. Number one being, they didn't want this to slow them down. They wanted to keep going at that pace. Also, they didn't want to drag any extra equipment behind their trucks or anywhere else. And then our concern, we wanted to make sure whatever system we deployed didn't create any additional hazards. And that's how we came up with this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe out there and remember, stay cool.